Here's where I stand currently. I did drop the exhaust, drop the heat shield, and here you can see the stock downpipes. Those are the cats. So what I also did is disconnected the drive shaft. So that's just 6mm Allen bolts, and then it just slides right off. I need to look into what kind of grease goes in there. There was a heat shield that was just 2 more bolts underneath it. So remove the heat shield, then remove the 6 bolts holding the drive shaft on, and then it pops free. Here is the you might be able to see up in there, but I just disconnected the oxygen sensors. You can see the one hanging down there, the other one's up top. So those are the stock rear O2 sensors. Those are going to be deleted, so those are going away. Oh, in order to break the drive shaft bolts free, I stuck a screwdriver in the knuckles up here, because this drive shaft just spins freely for the most part. So I stuck a screwdriver in there, so as I broke the nuts free, or the bolts free over there, the drive shaft wanted to spin, so I sticking the screwdriver in there and kept it from spinning. So this is pretty much it for over in this area. So like I said, I removed the heat shield, and then remove the exhaust first, and then the heat shield, and then disconnected the drive shaft. Next up are the tie rods and the calipers and the ABS sensors, and then I should be pretty close to being able to drop the subframe. So I don't know, I probably got about 7 or 8 hours total into this, so over the course of multiple days. And I did order I want to say it was a 17mm hex bit to be able to drain my transmission. So well, to fill my transmission. The drain is smaller. I had the bit for the drain, but I didn't have one for the fill plug. So yeah, stay tuned. You know, still gotta finish this front end stuff, but the more, or I should say the less attention you pay to your kid, the more creative they get. I always find that the most remarkable thing about being a parent. So you give them freedom to let their mind wander, and the stuff they come up with. I think he just put the cardboard underneath his truck because I have it underneath my car to work on my car, to lay on. You putting that under your truck like Daddy has under his car? Yep. Good job, bud. Cool. Okay, so here's what we're looking at with the brakes. I need to remove the calipers, which I believe are just 2 bolts. I also got to remove the brake pad wear sensor. So that is just this one wire you can see swinging around here. So I believe I can disconnect that right here at the connector point. The ABS sensor, I want to say that I have to figure out where it disconnects in the engine, all the way up top or whatever, and fish it all the way down through. And from there, I believe this sensor might have to come off too, the pitch or yaw sensor or whatever. That I'm not quite sure if that stays with the subframe. It might stay with the subframe. No, you know what? I can see it locked onto the body right there. So, caliper bolts, brake pad wear sensor, ABS sensor, and then up top through the firewall, or through the strut tower, I got 3 bolts. So you can see the one there, And then you can still see the two silver caps. So I got to pry those caps off, and then I should be able to get to the other two bolts. So a total of 3, the top of each strut. So never done this before. Oh, I also need to pop the tie rod off there. So fun times.